I've made a video on this subject a few times now, but it's always good to come back to the basics, and especially for those that are just starting off and just discovered this channel. When you're starting your detailing business, there are gonna be dozens and dozens of times when you encounter situations or problems that you're not gonna be fully prepared for. And it could be a variety of reasons. It could be because you undercharged and now you're gonna take 8 hours instead of the original 4 hours you thought it was gonna take to complete the car. Maybe it's that you simply just undercharge yourself altogether and you're gonna make almost maybe 10, 12 bucks an hour. Maybe it was that you don't have the proper tool or product to take care of the problem that you're servicing. It could be that the customer is rude. It could be that you gave the customer the wrong details and they're expecting something completely different. There's going to be endless opportunities of mistakes for you to make when you're starting off, and even far beyond after you've started, as we're always learning and improving. But the main thing you need to keep in your head, in your mind as you're going through that, is you're gonna, one, have to figure it out yourself, no matter what situation you're in. There is no boss, there is no upper management for you to go to. You are the problem solver, you are the one that has to come up with the solution, you're the one that has to communicate with the customer at all times, you're the one responsible for the results and the outcomes for you and the expectations of the customer. So everything relies solely on you and your actions. And I say this because it's to prepare your mindset to what's to come. You know, like I said, there's gonna be dozens of mistakes you're gonna make. So you can't go in being scared or shy or nervous. You have to expect those mistakes to come about. And most of the time, they're not gonna come with a warning. It's just kind of show up in your face, and then you have to deal with it right then and there. Because if you knew in advance, then you'd probably do something to reduce that problem. But most of the time, they're just gonna pop in your face and you're gonna have to handle it in the best way possible. So you can write out your business plan, you can buy thousands of dollars worth of products and tools, you can go get trained at a reliable training center for detailing, you can go to some marketing classes, you can, you know, have your t-shirts, your van, your shop, all that stuff set in place. But there will still be times where you're not prepared to handle something once it actually comes to you, and that's fine. It's just about preparing your mindset to know that that's gonna happen. Realize that that is a possibility that's most likely gonna happen more often than not and much sooner than you expected. And that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. All it is a learning curve. The next thing you have to keep in mind is learn from it, improve from it, and that's it. Don't sit on your mistakes and say, oh, I sucked at this, I'm not good enough for that, I'm not worthy, I haven't trained hard enough yet, I have to spend more time learning and reading and this and that, and get yourself down. Don't do any of that. It's simply going, okay, that really sucked, that was bad. What happened? Where did I go wrong before this took place so I know what to identify next time? Two, what can I do now moving forward to make sure I reduce or completely eliminate this problem? Now, of course, it's much easier said than done, but again, you've got to prepare yourself for these obstacles, these problems, these dilemmas that you're gonna face in your business. You're not gonna be prepared 110% out the gate, so don't wait for that. I'm not saying you're gonna have to buy everything you absolutely need and make sure you have everything in place before you service your first customer. Absolutely not. In my opinion, it's best to start off with as little as possible so you know what to work yourself up to, instead of buying everything you're assuming you need and then going at it. So by no means am I saying, you know, procrastinate and make sure, you know, you overanalyze everything that you absolutely need. No, not at all. It's just about being prepared for what you're not expecting. Because if every detail you go to, every customer engagement you have, and you're gonna expect that every customer is gonna be super happy with your services, that they're gonna be delighted to pay for your services and your fees, they're gonna be, you know, willing to do anything you're saying because you're the professional detailer and you have the greatest skills in your city, and you think that the customer is just gonna say yes to you to everything. That's not gonna happen most of the time. You're gonna have to negotiate, you're gonna have to communicate, you're gonna have to go back and forth with details to make sure everyone is getting what they want. So it's not just, they're not gonna call you up, you're gonna tell them your price, they're gonna say yes, and you're gonna book them the next day. It's gonna be a lot of work, and you're gonna learn every single day. So always be progressing with what you're doing in every aspect of your business. Don't just think because you're doing it one way right now and it's semi-working that it can't be improved. You can always be improving, whether it be reducing time, whether it be increasing results, whether it be increasing the satisfaction of your customers. Always be progressing in your business. And that wraps it up for this video. Go ahead and leave your comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what some advice you would want to give to those new owners starting off in their detailing business. I'll see you in the next video.